Wireless Network ITT 640, Chapter 2, Wireless Transmission Fundamental. So now we on 2.4, Wireless Transmission Techniques, right? So wireless LAN technologies use transmission technique that can be broadly classified as radio frequency and infrared. Radio frequency technology can be narrowband or spread spectrum. Narrowband technology includes microwave transmission. So microwave technology can be used to connect two LANs located in separate buildings, right? So tengok gambar kat sini boleh nampak dia ada pakai dish, okay, untuk microwave transmission, kan? So jarak dia 40 km jauh lah. Tapi ni nampak je dekat, rupanya jauh. 40 km sini sampai mana? Pulau Gajah. Kita boleh connectkan guna microwave. Alright, so kita tengok tadi narrowband and spread spectrum. Okay, narrowband, nampak narrowband menyucuk tinggi kan. Spread spectrum mendatap tapi panjang, dia ada banyak frekuensi kan. Right. So nampak. Okay, 3 radio band for transmission under 1 watt of power. Tak ada sampai 3 band sampai 3 kan. Contohnya 802 until 828 MHz. Satu band, alright, and then 2400 until 2483.5 one band, and 5 GHz kan, 5.57 to 5752.5 until 5850 MHz, right? Okay, untuk narrowband use only enough frequency to carry data and no more. Okay, high peak power, more power required to use a smaller frequency range. So signal must stand out above inherent RF noise level noise floor in order to be received. So narrowband can be jammed easily and can experience interference easily. Ada masalah kat situ kan. Okay, kita beza dengan spread spectrum. Information can be sent using narrowband carrier signal spreads out over a much larger frequency range. Probability of signal corruption or jamming is greatly reduced. So peak power is very low. So kita pakai power very low and signal look like noise to most receiver. Nampak macam noise. Untuk radio frequency spread spectrum, the most widely used transmission technique for wireless LAN, the term spread spectrum refer to transmission channels spread across the spectrum of the available bandwidth. Is done by spreading the signal over a range of frequency. The bandwidth of the transmitted signal is much greater than the bandwidth of the original message. So the bandwidth of the transmitted signal is determined by the message to be transmitted and by an additional signal known as the spreading code. Alright, so initially developed by the military to avoid jamming and eavesdropping of the signal. Untuk spread spectrum, kita ada two types of spread spectrum communication, FHSS and DSSS. FH frequency hopping, SS spread spectrum sama. DS direct sequence, SS spread spectrum. Frequency hopping spread spectrum, direct frequency, direct sequence spread spectrum. Right. Untuk FHSS, this technique broadcasts the signal over a seemingly random series of radio frequency. In FHSS system, the spreading code is the list of frequency to be used for the carrier signal, aka the hopping sequence. A receiver hopping between frequency in synchronization with the transmitter receive the message. So the message can only be fully received if the series of frequency is known, because only the intended receiver knows the transmitter hopping sequence. Only that receiver can successfully receive all the data. So most vendors develop their own hopping sequence algorithm in order to guarantee that two transmitters will not hop to the same frequency at the same time. So implement in Bluetooth and walkie-talkie, license 900 MHz ataupun Extreme Radio Service EXRS. So primarily apply in low data rate wireless applications such as utility metering, machine and equipment monitoring and metering and remote control pakai FHSS. Okay, kita tengok untuk graph time frequency occupation for FHSS signal. So kalau you all note kat sini, tak ada satu pun yang akan hook dengan other frekuensi. Dia macam kalau F0 buat, tak ada F lain dah. Frekuensi yang kedua, frekuensi yang 7, kita start dengan F0 lah. So dia akan dia bagi macam bagi ada term on period on time kan, macam ada giliran. Okay, tengok sini ada F7, dekat F7 jalan semua senyap. Okay, F5 pula lepas tu F3, lepas tu F6. Right. Okay, coexistence of different FHSS boleh kan, boleh. Kita ada dua signal sini. Right. Tapi signal tu masih tidak untuk view tak ada. View tak ada clash. So view boleh. Alright, so kita tengok block diagram untuk sistem block diagram untuk FHSS. Okay. So part dekat benda data modulator FSK atau BSK, kemudian dia akan pergi dekat spreader. Dekat spreader ni kita ada pseudonos bit source and then channel table dan frequency synthesizer. So dia akan klik baru dia akan keluar pakai band pass filter about some frequency dan dia akan go as spectrum signal. Okay, untuk dekat receiver kan spectrum signal terima dekat this spreader, tadi spread kan. So dia akan buat balik pseudo bit source, channel table, frequency synthesizer dan dia akan dapat balik band pass filter about different frequency dan dia akan demulator FSK atau benda akan dapat binary data. Ni you all boleh klik boleh klik. Gambar ni tak ada dah ni. Frequency open demonstrator. Saya ingat masih ada lagi dekat. File tak ada. Saya ingat pergi kat YouTube. Sorry. Okay, the second one kita tadi FHSS, now we go to DSSS. Okay, banyaknya S. Okay, direct sequence spread spectrum. This method seems to be the one that most wireless spectrum lengths use. That sequence transmitter spread their transmission by adding redundant data bits called chips. Dia ada nama dia panggil chips. Okay, in DSSS system, the spreading code is the chip sequence used to represent message bit. The frequency hopping receiver, a direct sequence receiver must know a transmitter spreading code to decipher data. The spreading code allows multiple direct sequence transmitter to operate in the same area without interference. Once the receiver has all of the data signal, it uses a correlator to remove the chips and collapse the signal to its original length. Okay, untuk transmitter, binary data modulator, kita daripada pseudocode lah kan, bit source, dia spreader, dia akan keluar. Dia tak susah macam tadi kan. Dan dia akan pseudocode dapat signal, dia akan daripada pseudo bit source ni, dia akan spreader akan keluar balik pada file yang sebelum binary A tu ada demulator BPSK. Okay, here is example. Kita ada data input A. Okay, kita ada generated bit stream B and then transmitted signal C. Kita ada pakai 3. Right. So input kita ada 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Tapi kita punya 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, nampak? Ini ada bit stream. So yang nak submit dia akan tukar, nanti dia akan pakai Azure. Right. Then belah sana signal dia akan ZOR balik, dia akan dapat balik input output kita tadi 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Punyalah panjang dia hantar, rupanya mesej dia pendek je. Okay. Alright, so you can check on YouTube link CDMA signal spreading. Boleh? Alright, so kita comparekan FHSS versus DSS. Apa dia punya different ya. Alright. So untuk power consumption, FHSS use less power than DSSS. So cost FHSS is less expensive, but DSSS is more expensive. Walaupun dia sudukut dia sekian, tapi dia tarik menang dekat DSSS. Dia boleh up to 11 to 33 megabit per second. Kan, 10 kali ganda kan. FHSS until 3 megabit per second. So if high performance is key and interference is not a problem, go with direct sequencing. But if a small, inexpensive portable wireless adapter for a notebook or PDA is needed, the frequency hopping method should be good enough. With either method of spectrum, the end result is a system that is extremely difficult to detect, does not interfere with other services, and still carries a large bandwidth of data. Right, so wireless LAN transmission technique comparison. Untuk dua-dua, untuk tadi kita ada RF, bila kita nak compare dengan infrared. Kan, infrared, spectrum kita pakai 802 MHz, 2.4 GHz, 5.5 GHz. So untuk infrared kita pakai 3 times 10 power of 14 Hz. Berapa tu? Kalau kali 9 dah gigahertz kan? 9 GHz, so ada lagi 5. Kalau 12 terahertz kan? Betul tak? Kalau 3 1003 kilo, 1006 mega, 9 giga, 12 tera kan? Dalam 30 terahertz kan? Betul? Sekali lagi. 1003 kilohertz, betul tak? 1003 kilohertz, 1006 megahertz, betul? 1009 gigahertz, kan? 1012 terahertz. So ada bila lagi 2 kan? So dalam 30 lah, 30 terahertz. So coverage untuk spectrum lebih boleh pergi jauh lah, 105 and 800 feet up to 50,000 square feet boleh pergi. Infrared tak boleh dekat je, 30 to 80 feet. Nak outside required, dekat infrared, dekat spectrum tak perlulah. Alright. So tapi power on spectrum kita perlukan power 1 watt. Kan? License dulu tak perlu. Data rate nampak? Okay. Ingatkan infrared tu besar 5 megabit per second, tapi kita dengan DSSS kita boleh up to 33 megabit per second. Alright, so untuk DSSS channel allocation, IEEE 2.11b DSSS channel allocation. So kita pakai channel 1, channel 6 and channel 11. So dia tak overlap, nampak? So dia bagi kan 2.402 GHz. So untuk satu channel tu kita boleh cover 22 MHz. 22 MHz. So any question?